Another way to propagate rivercane is by seed. A lot of people say that seeding is kind of rare, but somewhere across the whole region, I can pretty much guarantee that some population of rivercane is flowering and maybe having enough fertility to go to seed. It's just because of the nature of rivercane being so fragmented and so few people having eyes on it, it often gets overlooked. You would just prep a tray like this. You could do it in an open tray. You could do it in a cell tray like this. You could even do it in containers like that. And then you just kind of smear the seed across the top. You may want to sprinkle it with a little bit of soil. You really don't want to bury them deep. They seem to just do fine with buried very shallow. Each individual seed, when it germinates, is a genetic individual. So where, say if I'm gathering rhizomes from a rivercane patch in the woods, that may all be coming from the same clonal group, the same genetic individual. So down the road, when it goes to flower, it requires another individual for pollination. That's just how it works as a grass species. There's the unknown there, especially if you're going forth with it on a restoration, as to whether or not the material you're providing when it flowers at the end of its life cycle is going to provide fertile seed, fertility in that group. So when you're growing by seed, you know that each individual seed is a genetic individual. It's in its second season of growth, it'll start putting on rhizomes that you can then divide just like we're doing here. And then you know that you have a heterogeneous mix of material so that you've got diversity within your group and you have potential for fertility if that group flowers down the road. And I suspect that there is synchrony within flowering events, that if you take a group of seed from a flowering event, plant it, that I think the chances are pretty high that down at the end of its life cycle when it flowers, those individuals may flower around the same time period and that you would have fertility again. So I think honestly, from a restoration perspective, seed grown material is the best.